Good morning, River Oaks. It's Friday morning and time for a Friday morning update. I want to just encourage you this morning. We had a great time praying, and some of the themes of our prayer time this morning had to do with just the presence of God, wanting more of God, wanting more of God's power, just asking the question. God used to heal people, He used to do miracles. Lord, how can we be a part of that today? And so our prayer today became one of just asking God for more of revelation of Him, more of the revelation of His Spirit, more of the life of His Spirit in us individually as well as in the church and even in the city. We're praying over the city. And I'm excited about God stirring in our lives and what He's doing. And I want to give you a little update from some friends of mine who were here on Tuesday morning this week. Tuesday morning we had our first business owners meeting. And this kind of came out of some time of prayer, and it came out of some time of meeting together. It seemed like the Lord was saying that they should be getting together and encouraging one another. So I'm going to have Robert McFarland and Johnny Branner share with you sort of how that meeting went and the vision for it, and then I'll be back in just a moment.
Well, this morning, Johnny and I were able to host our first business leaders breakfast here at River Oaks, and we were really excited about the turnout and the beginning of what we think is going to be a great thing. This is something that really happened when Pastor Kevin prayed for the business owners when back in, I think, March or April, when he really prophesied over the business owners and talked to us about who we are, what we can be, and then afterwards we were challenged to actually be able to come together as business leaders to encourage each other and become a larger group that we could really be a force for the kingdom together. And I think we learned about how we can really be ministering to each other today and pray for each other, find out what's really going on in our businesses and being the areas that we're challenged in, and how we can then be able to use that for building each other up and becoming more of who God is calling us to be within our individual businesses.
I think each of us need encouragement. It's just a lot of things going on in this world today that we need encouragement. And I think this is just a great way to start a morning, start a week, and we can do this together. And with God's help, it'll be a good thing. I have been self-employed for roughly 40 years. Some Philip, 37 years. We have gone through a lot of ups and downs. Some folks here today who's only been in business a few years, and we can learn from them. They can learn a lot from us. As the men were talking about websites and all these things, I don't relate to that. There is things though that I can learn a lot from these folks, and I know I have things I can give that would be helpful also that I experienced. And God has been so good, and everything just is because of God.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and I think that one thing I thought was very exciting is the fact that we came from all different backgrounds.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
and I think that, there's a lot I can learn from Johnny, in terms of the experience that he's had, and I think that we all serve in unique roles, and I think that's what I think is really going to be powerful about this, is that it's not about any particular business area. It's not about anybody who has been in business a certain amount of time. It's about we're in this together. And I think that even though we have new business owners, they can teach us in terms of the new areas that they're starting. So I think that it's really about being the body and being about the body of not just believers, but being the body of business owners and the impact that we can have together. In terms of the footprint that we have here in this area, I think it's going to be powerful to use that for God's kingdom and God's glory.
Absolutely not just for us. It's for communities, for our city, it's for our county. It's for anybody that would be grateful to have anybody, any business person.
Yeah,
male or female, young or old.
That's right. That's right. So we wanted this to be something that everybody can really find themselves here. This is something not just for River Oaks. This is for all of Harrisonburg and the county and beyond. We're excited to be able to serve the body of Christ here, and so we invite people from other churches to be engaged in this, or people who are not even part of a church right now.
Yes,
We would be excited to have them come here
Absolutely.
and be part of the ministering and movement of God right here.
So, I'm just excited. I'm grateful when people step out, and when people say, God has called me to this, and each one of these business owners, maybe you're a business owner and you weren't able to be here and be a part of that, but I want you to know that there's more and more of that happening, where someone is saying, God has called me, God is leading me to take a step of faith and to begin something. And so as the business owners gathering begins, we're excited about the fruit that's going to bear in businesses that are owned by people within the church, and not just here at our church, but within the city. And maybe you have a vision for reaching somebody, a specific people group, or some sort of a ministry, and we want to talk about that as we go along as well. But I want to say that God has put something in you. He has called you specifically for a purpose within the church and in the city. And I'm praying for you today that you find that place and you engage with God in where He has for you. So God bless you. Have a great afternoon. Have a great weekend. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday morning here at River Oaks.